Okay, we're back with As We Descend. Hopefully less frustrations today. It's been a day. I do have a video coming up in about 30 minutes, though, so that's at least a plus. That was part of the frustration today. But either way, we have As We Descend. Already no audio, but we have the summons, and that is the only thing we can really... Okay, we can actually go to the next cycle if we want. A command bearing the blood-red seal of the Troika. You would be wise to go. Okay. Meet this character to find out more. Before you stands the Lord Attendant, High Steward of Missives, and Speaker of the Troika Regency. Lord Attendant, this cycle brings mixed tidings. The force field has drained and the Vault City's energy has abandoned us. The commoners whisper of end times, but know that this means Ava will fulfill the prophecy. May the machine god bring us to haven. This sounds kind of Warhammery. You, the Troika Council, has decided you are granted the title of Warden of the Wall. You will retrieve the parts of the to restore energy to the city. Okay. Okay, we need to find that to alleviate the crisis. Good lord, I can talk today. Give this item to the people of the city in exchange for rewards. What happened to the power? Actually, we'll do Warden of the Wall first. It is not a title granted lightly. The restriction on venturing into the Blighted Land remains for those in the city, but you are able to pass beyond the gates with a handful of your loyalists. Once you cross that threshold, there is but a small price to pay. You are exiled beyond the wall for fear of rot and taint. Make camp outside our gates. And if I refuse? None can disobey the Troika. Then I shall be the first, sure. He gives the slightest glance to the guards, and you hear the cracking of their armor. Oh, creaking of their armor. Time stands still but for a moment before they take their first step. You know what? We're going ham. The guards approach, weapons drawn. The council is unanimous. Quickly and mercifully, their spears meet. Defeat. We died before we started. Oh, but thou must. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is locked in the vault. Mouse is actually constrained to it. So we have the Origin Sacrosanct, Origin Guild, and Origin Votive. So I'm guessing we need to unlock these. Or they're going to be something in the final version. But let's go ahead and jump on in. We have a little bit of music here and there. Okay. Activation primed. I'm slightly bothered by the complete and utter lack of music. And this is the reason why. When I say you need sound in your options menu. Settings. There needs to be sound in your options menu, because that was way louder than I thought, 20 would be. We'll go half volume of that. Don't know if it's actually going to be half. This is because of how decibels work. Some of them go by decibels, some of them go by various other things. It's hard to get a volume slider right, and everybody does it different. Okay, so we can go... There's the force field generator. So we have force field generators on each side. We have the person up there that we need to talk to. And now we just go ahead and accept it. What happened to the power? The Veil of Darkness has engulfed the city whole and consumed the protective force field within it. Until the first reactor restored, the city will be in a panic. You'll find little to do here. What caused it? The cause is yet unknown. What is known is that there is irreparable damage. The Sanctifier's hint of lost technology that could help restore the power. But it's nowhere to be found within our walls. That is where you come in. And what does it mean to be a Warden of the Wall? And if I refuse... Oh. You don't dare ask. Bloodstains dot the council hall floor, so it does lock you out from a future attempt at that. Interesting. I mean, I can go with that. And I will not forget your moment's hesitation. Oh, take your forces and the expedition party, bring them to the rally point to depart and find the reactor part. After you restore the power, you will be able to use the envoys to fulfill their effect. They can compel citizens to your aid. Okay. So Envoy, send your forces along with 5 scavengers to scavenge outside the resources so we can collect all of those. So our Envoy is a unit. Send you to talk to somebody in the city. Strength, intelligence, charisma. Higher stats improve the odds of success in certain city events. Whether you play this card or not, it's permanently removed at the end of this cycle. Okay. I am bewildered at the moment. So it looks like we don't have a lot we can do here. We have 2 envoys and 2 expedition forces. Hail to the new Warden of the Wall, who will carry us through the returning light. Scavenger teams are already assembled, eager for action. They need you to lead the way. More information first, please. The lead scavenger pauses for a moment. Yes, Warden? What can we find during the expedition? There are relics left by some greater will, seeded into the earth around us. They will give us the provenance we need to advance. We sell what we find to those in the city. This gives us the copper and boons we need to survive. What danger lies out there? The scavengers who have scouted the wasteland recently have seen many hosts and deadly creatures. We lost many, but fighting back has gone better than simply cowering. The air itself is deadly, so we must all stay close to her radiance. Be ready to cover us at the first sight of trouble. Bring out the map. Scavengers take out a map with pins of nearby objectives. They trust you to choose a destination. Remember, the Lord Lieutenant said to retrieve the reactor rod. Okay, gained by helping those in the city and kept between battles, used to play special combat actions. Okay, collect all and leave. We got those. Okay, I think we go ahead and send them there. Intent. Oh, and now it's like super quiet. Congratulations, game. We'll grow with strength with the rest of the battle, increase attack power. Settings. I don't know what settings to put it on to make it actually reasonable to listen to. Because before, it was just ungodly loud. Now it's extremely quiet. There, now we have sound. Okay, so we have Lantern, which is used to play special combat actions that can only be generated outside of battle. We have 5 Scavengers, and our battle deck is Light Barrier, which applies 4 Barrier. If it's empowered, we have 8. And that applies empowered 1 and draw 1. You go there. We have Reposition, which switches a unit's zone. Smite deals 5 damage, and that deals 9 damage with Shield Slam. So we only really have one choice of going into this. Okay, so they are going to move forward. We have 2 and 8. Apply Empower and draw 1. We go for smites on this guy. And I don't think we want to reposition. We want to just end turn and have them come to us. Okay, so they're going to attack. We have a bunch of light barriers. They apply... Okay, so we're at 4. Thought we had an Empower on us. And we take some damage there. That's fine. Maybe it works this way? Nope, it doesn't work that way either. Okay, so that one's going to do a buff. Yeah, I don't know what it's wanting from me. So that's gonna... That did not kill it off. Yeah, go ahead and move forward. Is it going to... Oh, it is just going to attack from there. So you can just straight up attack from this. Okay, you are empowered, so go for the smite. Go for another smite. Light barrier, sure. And we can't go any further forward. So, okay, I see what this is. Okay. Yeah, tutorial would be handy. The fact that there is none is kind of brutal. So we basically have to kind of go into this blind and hope for the best, which is not pleasant. Hopefully that gets changed by the time of full release. Okay, empowered 1. Empowered 2. Yeah, that doesn't seem to do... I don't know what this... Yeah, it just doesn't do its empowered bonus. I mean, we're fine. It's just slightly confusing to me that we're not getting the full smite bonus. I mean, the full shield bonus. I don't understand why, is the thing. Available scavengers. Item at this location is always contaminated. If you fail to check, the item is lost. Exposed cache can be safely looted without costing that. Okay. Got ourselves a reactor core. Small mass of corruption must be cleared by them first. It's likely to contain resources or basic items. Okay. More likely to contain that than usual. Okay, so we got one of those. Must be cleared by them first. It's likely to contain a rare item. More likely to contain copper than usual. Okay, so we have a few things. Let's go ahead and... let's go for some copper. Someone could become much stronger with this. Cool. And we have no scavengers left. We had a choice between just a rare item or copper, and I would have rather had the copper, I think. Okay, we want to send an envoy there. With nary a light save the embers glow, your envoy gets stuck in a side alley. This cloying darkness could surely be dispelled should you restore power to the city. Given their predicament, they might as well scrounge something up. A light glimmers to the left, and a noise catches their attention to the right. I think we go for copper. Collect all and leave. Go ahead and send out another expedition force. Unit limit 2. Artifact fragment, I guess? Do we actually get the guy? Act intent lob. Will hit random unit in support zone. Always misses if no unit's in zone. So it's in support zone. So this, I'm guessing, is us. I wonder why we're at 21 out of 30 life. I think this is actually that group of 3 units. that we were fighting with before. But yeah, deploy. Okay, so you guys don't have any way to do anything there. Barrier, which also absorbs incoming damage. So we go after you first. Yeah, we're empowered, but we're not getting the extra shield, which is confuzzling as hell. Okay, so apply 2 Dizzy to you. Dizzy does what? Oh, they've got increased attack power. Or do we have increased attack power? I think we have increased attack power. Reposition forward. Yeah, that's just going to hit the lob zone there. Blech. That's going to attack anywhere. This one is just going to do barriers again. So we just beat you up. And end turn. Yeah, this doesn't seem like as bad of a battle. That one's doing a normal attack. So we want... Yeah, I don't know why this doesn't ever give us more than 4. Yeah, not going to bother with the empowered. I think it was a mistake to use so many of them in the first fight, because they generally are not doing anything for us. So I'll just skip empowers as non-draws next time. Shield slam. And it's going to do intent recovery. Will break free from staggered. Well, no, you're not. Because we're going to farm your nonsense. Okay, we of course want to expose the cache. 1/2 of a greater hole. This is likely to contain copper. It costs 1. We would need more scavengers to get down here. I think we want to go for the rare item. First, ancient manuscript. Perhaps this could... Oh, your units could learn from this. You have a 20% chance of success rate. Okay. I think we go for the safe one. I don't know why that has the little warning sign on it. Okay, we have Seat of Power. Think we dropped the reactor rod there? As it was foretold, the Warden brings the Radiant Hope back to the city. The workers immediately restore critical power. This will give you access to the Market Plaza with adding a meager force field to our defenses. It would be wise to find more, yet you mentioned trouble outside the walls. Insect horrors lurk beyond. He raises an eyebrow. Just some filthy molters. In case you run into anything bigger, we're sending these imbued crossbows. A small squad of crossbow troopers file in. And careful with them. The last of our spare It's the last of our spare Mythion reserves. If you're expecting further reinforcements, you need to furnish the Mythion yourself. Restores 20 shield and we draft a new unit. Is there a reason to reclaim other resources? All resources are vital for the city. Bring them back to our great citizens for a litany of rewards. What you choose to reclaim is your responsibility. Why do we need special equipment to field more units? The Mythion used for miasma-proof equipment lurks well outside the safe reaches of the city. If you want more followers to join you outside the walls, you'll need to recover them yourself. Okay. Okay, so we have a fire arbalist, an assault arbalist, or a wild arbalist. They all have reposition. They all have steady shot. This one has firebomb for burning. This one has hit 4 times instead, gain exerted. Okay, so it deals 4 damage times 2 hits. This one deals 5 damage times 4 hits, scatters randomly among frontmost enemies. Fire and wild sound like the most functional of the batch. Wild is 20 damage. Firebomb seems like burning takes damage for each turn, also receives times 0.55 bearer, counts down each turn. I think this might be better. Although firebomb is only 1 cost. So it's 24 2 versus 4, 3, 2, 1, which is 8, 9, 10 damage for 1. So it's about the same. Increase this unit's squad size. Its value also increases by 1. Okay, so it gets an extra attack for each one. Sure, we'll take a squad of those. Gets 2 steady shots, 1 wild volley, and a reposition. Yes, recruit. Wherever the corpse of man is, there is the vermin will gather. After tribulation of these cycles, Astrum will be darkened, and the sphere will not give its light, and the cores will fall from the sky, and the powers of the celestials will be shaken. And we get 20 times force field. You need to get it up to 80, I believe, for it to be full. Exchange for rewards. That's a market shop, market plaza. We have somebody over there. Envoy doesn't want to go to them. We also have somebody here. Envoy doesn't want to go to them either. So I think we send the envoy to the market shop. Ooh, draft new tech. High risk. Draft new tech. Draft one option to acquire out of a few. We can get some bandages. We can buy some favor. $11 charisma. 27% chance to succeed does not seem like a good one. I will still do it, just to see what happens. Nope, failure. And leave. Artifact fragment only wants to go to the workshop. Thank you for retrieving this precious relic. You have but 1/2 needed to piece together a powerful technology. If you find another, it'd be most pleasing if you would bring it to me. Ooh, new tech unlocks. Ancient manuscript. That's the only one that wants it, I think. Need another lesson? Let us inspect this revelation of yours. Draft a new combat card for your units, or spend 1 to choose which unit to teach. We'll go for a special lesson. I'm gonna go for... I think we want to go with the Arbalist. Gain 2, which is rude, and use to discard a card from your hand and draw a new one. Persists between turns. Flurry is multi-attacks gain extra hits. Or Wild Volley gets what? Right mount bust. Okay, so basically it becomes a 6 damage one. So we can get either a new Wild Volley or an easy trigger. I think a second... I think we actually go with preparation. And Super Grub can go to either of them. I think we want to go to... Let's check out what this unknown locale is. A grub has a multitude of medicinal uses. Its guts can be utilized for infusion, it can leash toxins, or it can even form symbiosis to give life to a fallen warrior. Take item and leave. Oh, we don't have the option to play it somewhere else. Okay. So probably would have been better to go to the old mentor first, but we can revive or heal with it. That is in our discard pile. I think that's everything we can do here, because we don't have another expedition force. It looks like we have Bane attack wave. The attack is... Okay, can I actually see what that said? Attack wave is composed of Bane enemies. Banes are nightmarish entities that focus on disruption and malaise. And that's a boss. So we have a limit on turns as well. The veteran Forge Master would be willing to help train your troops for the new threat. Draft a new combat card. And it could be on any of our units. Okay, so we can make them the tank. We can give the Wild Arbalist the fire bomb that we kind of passed over before. Okay, so we have gains an extra hit on its auto attack while in the guard zone. So we can apply fixation to an enemy and make them always target that one. Which I think is going to be handy for that because they're going to be the tank. Your units have been healed by the Innkeeper's Blessing at the beginning of the cycle. Make sure to stop by for a drink. Okay. We have Super Grub. We have 2 expedition forces. I'm getting the hang of this very, very slowly. Visiting there will trigger a special event. Do we send an Nope, we can't send an envoy there. We can send that. Okay, so that's just traveling out. So Super Grub can go to either of them. We're going to go for the old mentor. Are imbued with unnatural stamina, the perfect condition for training. Grant a unit's combat card to its enhanced form. Yes. We're going to go for... That becomes 7 damage. It becomes 12 damage. Could do those onto quick draw. That's 8 damage. This goes up to 6 damage. This draws 2 whenever you play it. I wish we had a resource boost. So I think we go with Shield Slam to make it actually worth it. Envoys. Let's see what you have. The Tasty Grub is a filthy establishment filled with raucous celebration and carefree revelry. This would be a good place to encounter people of interest. Gain 2 to 3 favor or resupply, restore 10 health to all units. I think we're going to go with Charisma. We gain ourselves some more of that. We're unfortunately capped at 10 on it, so I'm not going to do that again just yet. This can go to either of those. Doesn't look like we have anything on the backside of town yet. So, I think we want to visit Market Plaza. Troop of clerics visiting the market perform traveling miracles. On the cycle of evening tide, they demonstrate an exploration of the fallacy of memory. Fly Feeble 6, Glass of Vapors. This is a consumable. Its lifetime persists between battles. When no charges are left, it's gone forever. We'll take the Memory of a Jar. Feeble attack power decreases. Solid idea. Let's go ahead and send some guys out. There's a bustle at the rally point. The scavengers have halted. Something is emerging from the corruption. We dare not provoke it. Shore up defenses around the city instead of venturing outside? Sure. The city folk speak of shapes that stir within the miasma. Take caution. Okay, so Forum or Old Mentor? I think we go for Old Mentor. Need a last-minute lesson? Been one to choose. We're gonna go for Vanguard. See what we can get on them. Deal 4 damage plus 0 additional damage, increases 2 for each Fury card played this battle. Ooh. Deal 4 damage if the enemy intends to attack, also inflicts 16 stagger. Both of these seem good. Crushing Blow is okay. It's basically a combo card of the other cards that we have. So I want to see what that one's upgrade. So 6 and 6. This one goes to 6 plus 2. And this goes up to 5 and 20. I think we go for Fury Strike. And yeah, we can lean into a Fury build. We did that in... Oh, what do we call it? What was it called? Beneath Oresa. That's the game. So nothing else we can do in here, so let's go ahead and next cycle. Kind of wish we could have still sent people out to explore, but alas my ass. As enemy spawns additional enemies, will always hit your lantern. Oh, great. Wonderful. Okay, so that's our crew. We can probably thin this out a little bit whenever we get back to town. So now we have 2 units deployed. We have bandages as well. They will perform a special action. A fleeting stagger increases stagger power. So yes, we will play that. So you get to go up. And we will go for a shield slam. What was the condition on that? If it's guard bonuses in the guard zone. Okay. This is the guard zone. This is the support zone. So it's basically 2 locations on both of them. So it summons units. That's perfectly fine. Wild Volley is our great opener. Looks like he's going to do... will randomly hit unit in guard zone. Always misses if no unit's in zone. We don't have a move for them, so we're going to have to just soak this. I think... we'll just eat it, I think. Afflictions are removed after battle, okay. And Wild Volley just for damage? So we're going to get an Affliction card anyway. That's going to buff. That's going to do a barrier on itself. So he's got 1 barrier? Really? I think we just go ham on their face. Do we empower into a steady shot? That would not kill it. That's not going to kill either of them. That one's going to put a curse on us. I think we just focus fire on this guy. Yeah, we're just going to get junk cards. Ooh, lordy, they're almost dead. Okay, gain 2 rune. Use the discarded card from hand and draw a new one. We have Runic Recycler down there. Okay. Smite. That guy has 1 shield already up. He's going to do Siege to the Tower. That's perfectly fine. They're going to do buffs. So we go for face. So let's drop that into the Runic Recycler. Drop that into the Runic Recycler. We want damage. So we'll drop that in there as well. The Empowers we don't really care about very much. Although that could... It's going to be 12 if we do an Empower. Plus 7. That's 19. Plus that. So that might be what we do. And hopefully they all just hit him. So that is their boss down. So now we just have to kill the little friends. No, they just die. Okay. That wasn't that bad. The walls hold for now. It's grim work, but the scavengers cut away useful parts from the carcasses as best they can. We get corrupted core, a vile still beating core. Once purified, it could be used. And 1/2 of a greater whole. So we'll take it all and leave. We have draft unit or a flurry of activity. We're going to go over to the old mentor first. Draft a new combat card for your units. Yes. 10 damage to all enemies. This costs 1 less if we're empowered. That 4 damage over 2 hits. I think we go... That is free if we're empowered. I think that's going to be the one for you. And the forum has... He nods, approving of the work thus far. To better grant you access to the city, you have a choice of a new ally within the city. Investigator or Brute. I think we want an investigator. We're going to be sneaky. So this is our new group here. Take that to you first. 2 parts assembled. You unlocked a new tech. Draft a new tech. Oh, these are your relics. Okay. When you acquire this, draft a miracle card. You always get to choose 1 additional option while drafting miracles. Whenever a unit gains empowered, it also gains fleeting armor 1, and at the start of each turn, gain 1 for each exerted unit. We could go into an exerted build, which would not be scary. That would be a little bit irritating because we'd have to juggle when we have active characters. Impossible Construct seems interesting. So yes. Inflict 42 stagger, then if staggered, apply stun 1. Choose a friendly. Its empowered bonus effects are always active for this battle. What does the single use mean? Before it's permanently consumed. If this is a combat card, this is the number of times you can use it each combat. So it's single use per combat. I'm guessing. Ooh. It's between Meteor Rain and Power Overwhelming. I think Power Overwhelming will have the better long-term effects. Purify. Yeah, the only one that wants that is the Troika Council. So the rabble was correct. Monstrosities lay at the heart of the storm. You must be vigilant with the threat so close to the city. The council requests that you take further action to safeguard the outside. Draft a new rare unit. Ooh. Shadow Step. Move Zealot. Switch to unit zone, then move Zealot to that zone. So this is a multi-move, I'm guessing, from the way it's written. So I think it basically moves them, then moves the Zealot with them. At least if I'm reading that correctly. I could be misreading it. Hack and Slash is just damage across 2 hits. It consumes all Rupture on an enemy and deal damage equal to twice the stacks. We don't have any Rupture, so we can't really do a lot with that. 13 damage, Deep Wound. Oh! Hitting this enemy causes Rupture 1, so it applies Rupture 3. So this would be where you'd get the Rupture. Dealing enough stagger can leave enemies staggered, and power bonus. So Intercept is initiative. You always draw this card in your starting hand each battle. It's 2 costs, though. Move unit to guard zone and apply fleeting armor 1. And we have Signal Shot. There's a charge once all the charges it's removed for the rest of battle. That's fine. Deal 6 damage, add lockstep 1 to your thing. Ethereal switch units zones. So Signal Shot is how it moves. They shoot first, then move. Explosive ammo. Auto attack explodes after hitting, dealing 100% of its attack power as damage to all enemies. Okay, so it does... Explodes after healing, dealing 100% to all enemies. So it's basically just a 1 damage to all enemies. For 1. An Armor Shred is reduced armor, negative armor, increases damage taken instead. I think Bombardier seems like the most interesting of the batch. Okay, so now we have an Investigator and 2 Envoys. Let us investigate the Shopkeeper. That is a 27% chance of failure. Think we're good? No, we'll take a little bit of favor. Leave. Envoy to there. Got the work pit. A call for recruitment rings out the marketplace. The foreman's voice cuts through the noise. Ah, Warden, we could use some help for our excavation. We found something big in the mines underneath. You should help us with this endeavor for the good of the city. Ally is a 1. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's acquire some allies. I'm not sure where they get used, but you can send them to the Market Plaza. Help sort through the scrap cloth, or you could find out there has been odd happening in the city. I think we grab for the 2 favor, yes. Market Plaza as well. Increase maximum health of the lantern by 2? Yes. So now our lantern sits at 12 life, I believe. And Envoy, go on in. Shop with a strange knickknack from the bygone time. The charming tinker is delighted to make your acquaintance. She holds a broken charm and an ornamental trinket. It's your choice which one it is on the house. Useless charm, or we gain... We're going to go for the useless charm. You see the possibilities that could be. Stop by the shop whenever you're able to find more like it. Okay, so that's everything we have there. I guess we go out into the wild and start looking for things. So, amplifier module. I think we want to go ahead and grab another reactor rod as our first goal. Okay, Molter Workers. Armor reduces damage taken from each hit. Can't reduce below 1. Yes, we can, according to... Oh, it can't reduce damage below 1. And Affliction will give you an Affliction card. They're removed after battle. Okay. Bonus Scavengers. Okay. I think we go with the Arbalist. Do we want the extra scavengers? You know what? Let's risk it. We have light barriers because of that. They're going to do damage to us, unfortunately. Okay, so preparation, wild volley. It only has one charge, so we're going to just hold off on that. So, wild volley. That did some decent work. They're doing a ton of damage to us, unfortunately. So, bandage for sure. Bolt Storm isn't going to kill them. They're going to do 10 damage to our tower? What the crap? Bolt Storm is going to be the best option. Yeah, that's going to knock it down to 2. So power overwhelming. Yeah, this is just not working. So that's going to be 16 damage coming in. We have 1 point left. I'm going to go ahead and grab a preparation. Ignore all Molter enemies. All Molter enemies gain attack bonus 1. Okay, so this is 1 less. We're going to go ahead and drop that in there. So we do Wild Volley and Bolt Storm and win? That was a lot of damage, and I don't know if our tower actually repairs between things. Or our lantern, sorry. There's our reactor rod. We currently have 7 scavengers. We can send 1 there for a guaranteed grab. Can't use anything from that. So we can gather everything. Medicinal uses found for this strange fruit. Those who can tolerate its acrid odor. Okay, do we have anything else that we... Yeah, it does heal between battles. Thank God. That would have been just gross. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else we can do, so we just have a spare scavenger. That only goes to her. Time to forget the trauma of battle. Soothe the soul with Dream Fruit's slumber. Forget a combat card or restore a unit to maximum health. I think we restore a unit to maximum health. We go on another expedition. We're going to go ahead and reactor rod up there. The force field is now slowly being pieced back together, saving off the miasma and beast alike. So that's 40 out of 80. So we now have Work Pit and Tinker as available as options as well. So this right here, Market Plaza, seems very important for unlocks. So we should have been doing that instead of Shopkeeper. So if we do another run of this, we're definitely going down that road. As far as our next grab, I don't know what amplifier modules do. I think we want to go after the reactor rods, though. We'll hit random unit in guard zone, misses if it's not, and lob support zone. Okay. So I will go with... I'm going to go with Arbalist. They have reposition as well, so we can dig for it if we need it. We're going to leave it open again. Okay, so you're going to lob for 8. Let's empower. I still find it... I don't know why the light barriers empowered bonus is not working. Do we have to apply it to the lantern, maybe? Is that what it's smoking? We're going to start with you, because you seem to be the one that actually can hurt us back here. We're going to just eat this damage, but... let's do another empowered. We've got 2 lobbers and an attack. That's going to be 20 coming in. That is not enough to kill it. So I think we steady shot. This would be enough to kill that. So it's 20 plus 12, but it's reduced by what? So it's 32 minus 1, 2, 6. So it's going to be 26. That's still enough to kill it. But that means we're taking 16 to the face, which is not what I want. So we steady shot you and just eat this. And reposition forward. That way we're only taking 6. Bandages for sure. We're going to start tossing these a little bit. Okay, so that is a choice there. We have 6 or 10. I think we just go ahead and blip. He's going to get 4 barrier and a buff, which is fine. Do we use the last empower for this? Or, yeah, that would be lethal. Or we can just do this. Yeah, going in and getting more scavengers, I don't know if it's worth it. I think we're about to find out, though. There's another reactor rod. Ancient manuscript, yes. Biomass or copper? I think we go for the biomass. Because those are more likely heals. This is sometimes a rare item. We can't do anything with that, so we drop you over there. That puts us up to 60. So one more of those and we've got the barrier back up. Manuscript on you should get us... We're going to go ahead and spend the special lesson. Interesting, we can't choose the main character. I think we'll go for the Bombardier just to see what he has. Oh! Beta graphics! You can tell this is still in development. I'm liking this. This is a bit more my pace for these types of games. I like this kind of stuff better than Slay the Spire because it gives me more of a dynamic field to mess with. Let's go... Feeble would be very nice. Heavy Shot is the winner so far. Ignores the effect of Deserted. Okay. Extra Boom. Explosive ammo deals ×2 splash damage. I think we go for Heavy Shot. And Dream Fruit on you. How are we looking on health? 18 there is not looking too pretty. 16 there is not looking too pretty. I think we restore the Arbalest because we like them more. Draft a new combat card for your units. Okay. Critical Aim. Stagger and Burning 3 would not be bad. And it is a 1 cost. Sure. I don't know if there's a skip. So we can ready the defenses. Forum, Work Pit, and Tinker. I think we go... Forum... Oh, we can't go there with the Investigator. That's Charisma. That's just Copper. Actually, let's go ahead and send the Investigator to the special event there. Good luck with that thing out there. Fortuitous Repair. Attempt to restore the useless charm into a Lantern Hearthstone. 97% chance, yes. Lantern begins battle with Empowered 1 and Attack bonus 2. Okay, that's a plus. Let's go for Innkeeper for a Tavern Encounter. That would have been useful before I wasted that heal. Let's go ahead and we will grab the resupply. Just to max them out. And you go ahead and go to... I'm going to go to Market Plaza with them, see if I can unlock a new area. The force field grid is leaking. The extra power must be diverted before it causes harm. Upgrade the light barrier to its enhanced form. Or forget light barrier. I don't know what light barrier is. Oh, wait. Light barrier is the shield that we have that has 4. So we'll go ahead and upgrade it. Yeah, that's this. So it upgrades that to a 6 barrier. So we have one of those that's slightly improved for 9 barrier energy. Yep. Let's go ahead and do this. Do we want to do the Forum or Old Mentor with this? Let's try the Forum this time. Miasma batters the wall, a constant reminder of the raging presence lying beyond. With some luck and your field reports outside the world, guild technicians might be able to bolster the city's force field in time. Ooh, all lanterns by 2 or missing force field by 4. Health by 2, I think, is going to be better. So now we end up fighting. I do find it interesting we still have the question mark there, even though we can't do anything with all these locations. This is going to be a boss fight, so I'm probably going to lose here. But an hour in is a good time for that. I do want to check on one thing before we fight this guy, though. Need to open that up. Go ahead and lurk there, and I want to see how that video is performing. Not very well. Go to video analytics. Okay, it's actually doing better than I thought. Bloop. Let's go ahead and expand that out. And we go back to this. Warning, heavily armored biohazard detected. Plague soldier leaks deadly toxin with every step it takes. Cool. Will inflict status effects that apply damage later. Unit has been locked on for attack by the plague soldier. And splash attack. The enemy has an attack that will strike all your units on the battlefield. We don't get any benefit for not bringing people. So we're going to bring everybody. Although this does hurt our ability to thin our deck. That's kind of an odd thing in this. Because you need more units to just take the hits. But at the same time, it dilutes your deck. 200 life and 5 armor. Holy hell. Well, first off, we're going to open with that. Yeah, that's armor, not shield. I probably should have done opening salvo so that actually dealt damage. So I think we go opening salvo. Sorry. And flare. And turn. I need them to move forward. They can actually do their attacks. Feeble 4 seems like a good one. That's 15 coming in, so yeah, we do Feeble 4. And I think we cycle some of these to try and get a move card. So we go ahead and move you forward so you actually get your attack. That's going to almost optimize our stuff. We need to get the Arbalest forward as well. So Plague, I think, is going to be 1 damage later. So we want you to focus in on them. That's going to be 11 damage on our... Okay, apply 8 barrier instead. Think we go ahead and use that. $11 damage. Ooh, lordy. I'm gonna need a healing item. I don't think we make it out of this without at least some of our characters dying. So who are you hitting? Everybody. I don't know what the exclamation mark is, but I think that might mean you're going to die this turn. Yeah, that's just hitting everything, isn't it? Yeah, that's just hitting everything. Light barrier. Keep you alive. I guess we drop that out. This sucks. Yeah. Oh, no, it only hit the front line with that. I don't really have a good way to deal a lot of damage to this guy. Okay, so he's staggered. So we reposition you forward, do as much damage as possible. See if we can get another damage card. That is not what we want. We want a 1-coster. Of course you give me all the 2-cost ones in a row. That's fine. Okay, what is it doing? Intense Splash. Hit all friendlies, including your lantern. For 5 damage. So he is going to die. They are not. Don't have any more recycles. Let's go ahead and empower you. Oh. We can target different parts. 20%. Prevents the Plague Soldier from enhancing its attacks using Deadeye. Okay. And it's just going to kill it. There's nothing I can do to stop it. The leading attack increases attack power. So we are going to lose a unit. Oh, it got exerted. Okay. Yep, bye. That sucks ass. Okay, Wild Volley. Empower you. Light barrier on them so they don't die. Yeah, there's no way I'm beating this right now. Let's get a preparation out. Yeah, we need 65 damage before it gets another attack. This isn't happening. Yeah, it's doing 9 damage to them. There's no way we survive that. Yeah, we're not even going to get enough stagger on it. Especially considering we don't... Yeah, this boss is way fucking overtuned for what you have access to. That is just not good feeling. Yeah, he's going to die. And then we're going to lose our archer, and then they're going to kill our tower. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Especially considering it has 5 fucking armor. See, it's only doing 1 damage. Here, eat that. Get ready to die. There's its attack bonus. Preparation H. We can do light barrier and steady shot. Actually, we can do light barrier and bolt storm because we actually have 2 empowered charges. That'll at least do some damage. Next turn we die. Oh no, we didn't get plague on us because we blocked all the damage. Wild volley and steady shot. Yeah, marked for death. I really don't think there's any possible way we could have beaten it with this group. 11 damage coming in. So yeah, we can do this. Which is preparation and steady shot. We are out of empowers. So yeah, next attack, it just straight up kills us. Ooh, he's not going to target us with this one? Sure, we'll go for the possible stagger here. And turn, he's gonna... Oh, that kills him with the wheeze. I didn't even notice that it changes target, so miasma consumes us all. That's as far as we got. It's 1 hour in. That boss, I think, is a little overtuned, but... we almost had him. So maybe if we had like 2 Arbalists or something like that. But considering how much RNG is determining what you get a hold of, I'm not entirely sure maybe we should have gone for non-power cores to see if we could have gotten better improvements. I do wonder... oh, there is meta progression, it looks like. It's just a new unit. It's not something that we actually get. Okay, that's just a tank guy. Javelin riposte after surviving attack counterattacks. Rupture, loses health when staggered. It's a ruptured and it prioritized by enemy attacks. So, okay. So it's the tank. Got progress towards this. Emergency power on, allowing you to use the market immediately. So we need to descend to depth 1 to get that. Stoke 150 damage on the Vanguard with armor or barrier. So that gives us an alternative unit setup. And then these are going to be unlocking additional things. This one we got by locks a unit. Okay, I don't know. Oh, we just needed to draft an Arbalest for that, and we need to save the city from the power crisis for that. And for this one, we need to just get to depth 1 or lower. Currently on Dissension 0. And I don't know what we need to deal with these. But I have a feeling there's going to be more in the full game in that regard. But that is going to be the end of As We Descend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And unfortunately, I am going to actually call this an early one. I said it was going to be a short one earlier as well. But keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath, and I will see you guys next time.